Whoa, what's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. Hope you had a great week out there in wherever the hell you are. It's time for some no noise. I am Z Rex. Let's get it in. Got plenty to talk about with some price action. We tapped a new high a little bit ago. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff off the screen. Oh, yeah, what is it? I didn't do the full intro. What's today? Like the 10th? Oh, crap, the 8th. It's March 8th, 2024, just past 11 in the a.m. Let's zoom in here on the crack time frame, see where that landed at. Oh, wow, looks right at about 9:30 with a swift rejection here. Just tried to crack over the 69K area again, and we have no significant time frames with an open and close over 69,000. Again, we're going to have to ratchet down to like 30-second time frames to see it again. Last time we got one 30-second candle above it. How many did we get this time? This time we had a whole, hold on. Let's see. Let's check it out. We had a whole from this one to here. 5 minutes. So just shy of the 7-minute chart. We had about 5 minutes at all-time highs, and we barely crested 70 for about literally 30 seconds. So, interesting that we're only able to get 30 seconds up there. Is that a little bit weak sauce by bulls? Yeah, it definitely is. But hey, they're still doing their thing, trying to make higher highs. Unicorn Shirt Man is looking really strong, so that's nice. Let's go to total market cap too. Hey, total market cap is significantly making new highs, so that's actually pretty sexy. So we must see, yep, altcoins looking real good here. So, I mean, the bulls are very much intact, no doubt. We are getting some extreme high volatility flashes up here. Well, they're not the flashes like we traditionally would look. These are just the red. Like just saying that vol is high, which we already know. We can go look at BVol. If we go check that out, you can see volatility is very high. And if we also look at it via Deribit, which is probably more my favorite, it's DVol, sorry, Deribit volatility. Probably like this one a little bit better. You can see we are definitely up here on the upper edge of volatility. So definitely got that going on, and that's just what this is implying up here. It's not the same as a vol flash. Let me go find one. Ethereum just had one recently. Let's go over to Ethereum's on the weekly. It had one right here. See how it's red all the way to the top and the bottom and not just part of the histogram? So that's a little bit different there. So those are flashes implying big moves coming, which it nailed to the T as it usually does. Again, those are directionless though. And just back over here. So we are getting just regular. See how these don't go to the top? This is just part of this histogram in the back. And so this is just implying high volatility, which we definitely have. When was the last time we actually had that reading on a daily? All the way back over here on the downside, which was almost the lows. The last time we had it to the upside, wow, was what? Ew, damn it, right here. Okay, so right here was the last time we had it for the upside vol, which is interesting that it was right at the tops of a major run up right before a halving. Let's digest that a little bit more. That's a little interesting. Let's go load up. Oh, that's not the right chart. That's not the chart we want to look at. Maybe I'll figure it out here in a second. Loading up the halving chart. That's the one we want to look at. Halving anal. Let's go check it out. And if we go back over here, you can see that's this pump right here, which is interesting. It happened way before the halving, but it is falling in line with that 350-ish% move up. So you got that here at about 340. And then this one is around 340 exactly. And I drew this line right here where it stalls out after pumping. So, you know, it's going to respect whatever I draw on the chart. So, you know, we can look forward to that. Haha. Anyway, interesting that the last time that happened with the vol extension and flashing and very similar posturing as we have now, is all the way back over here in June of 2019. And if we fast forward back over to today, in a similar vein, up against that with the 340-ish% up. Kind of an interesting spot. The one thing that is a little bit different, I noticed that we're hitting these, let me see if I can clean this chart up a little bit. I can't clean everything off because it'll erase it. But you can see this very vertical line. Every time that Bitcoin's really started going, it has this same exact trajectory going all the way back to inception. You can see these lines are almost exactly the same degree slope. And I just noticed that it started doing it over here too. So I would say that as long as it's keeping up on this slope right here, which this line you can probably barely see. Let's brighten that up just a tad. As long as it's maintaining this, it is in very uber bullish posturing. So if it starts breaching this line, that'll be different behavior. And I don't recall, I can't remember if we talked about it on Wednesday, but we do have very different behavior already. So this time, I think it's already safe to say it's different this time. I know there's their famous last words in a lot of instances, but in this case, though, price action is showing us something that's very different. And if we go back onto here, we've never made you're probably like, oh, this guy. But we've never made a new high, though, before a halving. So you can see here, never made a new high. Here, never made a new high. Here, we did make a new high before the halving. Also, Memelandia, all these meme coins and all these Dogeling coins, look at these bitches. They are pumping hard. This usually doesn't happen until the end of the cycle. But not today. Not now. We're just Pump Fest 3000. Bonk, everything. Leash, Baby Doge. Akita's on there. I mean, hopefully some of y'all participated in this. We talked about this in the stream a month ago or so about if we're about to flip in that getting these meme coins on these lows will probably be very good trades. Looks like we have come into fruition on that. It's so good, it can't even tell you the percent up here. That's kind of weird. But whatever, it's a little over 100%. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. It's made its thing. It's going down. This is very different behavior than normal. So you have to carry that forward and be very cautious. I will be respecting TA hardcore here and will be watching it even probably more diligently than I would in a traditional run because this one is a little bit different. And also we are super far away from the 21 EMA, almost 36% away from it. That might be one of the farthest that we've gotten away from it. Let's go back over here. This would be my only guess where we probably would, because this 2017 run was beast mode, if y'all were around for that. Yeah, here's one about 40%. And oh shit, that one was about 55%. Yeah, I figured it would be in that. Something percent seems to be the massive threshold. So where would we have to be at this current point to get above 50%? Oh man, we'd have to be over 80K. We'd probably have to be close to 100,000 for that to come to fruition. So that's a lot of moonshot and shit there. I'm being real cautious here, and I am kind of going to treat this as a sell the news event as we approach mid-April here and just about a month away already. Wow, crazy, isn't it? Will Bitcoin be able to keep up this trajectory? If it does, dude, we probably will just keep riding this bitch all the way to, oh man, I don't even know. 169 is mega resistance. You already know that. And then probably about 200 after that. Just a nice round number. I don't know. This time, though, is definitely already different. We already have proof for that. So be diligent out there. And when price tells you, hey, watch a lay, then listen to it, right? It's hard to do. I know. I get it. Let's look at the Pi cycle chart, see if we're getting any slopes down. Nope, it's dead ass flat, so no concern there yet. We're waiting for that to slope down. We talked about that in depth on the last video, so you can go check that out if you want to listen to that spiel. Is in the very beginning part of the show, so probably within the first 20 minutes. Let's see what futures are doing. Futures making new high. Wow, they already got up to 71,000. Man, an open and close above this big candle that is kind of a little bit it's not uber concerning, but it's kind of like a clue that, we're up against major resistance and respecting it. But an open and close above this, which is 69,000, man, well, that's moonshot time. So, or continued moonshot, we should say. And look at this. GBDC is actually already trying to do it today on a Friday, nonetheless. And with about 3.5 hours left, if this bitch can close above 60.40, that would be beast mode for GBDC. Let's go look at the weekly on it. That would also be beast mode. So, and if y'all don't know, GBDC is a weird leader in price action. Now it'll be interesting to see if it keeps up its leader position since there's a lot more ETFs and shit now. So that could be different, but only time will tell, and we got plenty of time to digest all that. This is uber bullish right here. This little candle, and then immediately engulfed all the way up to the top of the wick, and then an open and close above that. I mean, this looks really good. Let's go to weekly. Yowza! We are hitting the upper end of the threshold at about 40, 50-ish. That's just implying bulls be real strong, y'all. Faux show. Let's see, Ethereum. I mean, I'm just not really even concerned until we see some breakdowns from what was that, Tuesday's candle? Yeah, we start losing Tuesday's candle, then we can start getting a little bit concerned for bulls like short term. And macro, I mean, it's going to take a few weeks for that to pan out. So, Charlie, this actually looks pretty good back above here. I don't see if Bitcoin stays in the 60s. I don't see how a lot of these coins don't touch their next resistance levels, and that would be at about $100 on Charlie. And I think ETC is already pretty much there. Yeah, about $42 is the target we're looking for on this. Oh, hold on. We can get rid of this line because eventually I'll get too many lines and it'll be like, you can't draw any more lines. It's like, God dang, how many lines do I have drawn? Anyway, this looks very good. Higher highs now above structure. Uber bullish above about $30. Just kind of want to see it keep building this trend up and to the right. But there's obviously major resistance at that 42 level. Nice. We're getting some follow through on XRP. Retesting this zone and already getting back up. This will be uber bullish above 65 cents. If we can get over that, XLM is looking pretty good. Needs to get back above the 14.5 handle. Tron is kind of rolling over. That's interesting to me that Tron is not showing lots of love here. Cannot get over its 14-cent target, which we were eyeballing for shit way back over here. But yeah, so we finally came to fruition on that with the price gods. Thank you guys. But now we're kind of rolling over, and it's not too hot. We've lost all the momentum on the dailies. Still got it on the weekly, but definitely on the daily, it is back to neutral. So, and at an interesting point. Would I buy up here? Definitely not. Would I buy on a breakout and a retest of 14 something? Yes. DOT looks pretty damn good. Looks super sexy above 950. And I mean, all these altcoins are going to be in the same boat. As long as Mama Bear is staying in the 60s, it's pretty much party mode. So easy peasy. Look for some that haven't pumped hard yet. Is kind of what I did. I rotated out of some Doge and some other stuff into, what did I buy recently? I can't remember. I think, oh yeah, ARK. Got some ARK. Wow, look at this. EOS. Dan Larimer's coming back with a vengeance, telling everyone to soak it. This thing is pumping hard. But look where we're at. Major resistance at that 130 handle. So, and you already can see two big wicks of rejection there. BCH, beautiful retest here of 400. Looks like very sexy time for building structure as long as it stays above kind of this Tuesday swing candle. That's an important candle, y'all, is that Tuesday candle. Lovely little retest there. All good. XMR, kind of weak sauce. Really needs to get back over 158. Then we can start looking for like 180, but pretty trash, to be fair, relative to everything else. Zcash is kind of taking its lunch, and Dash did pretty good yesterday. Pumped all the way up to 40. Weird candle structure. That looks super weird. What the hell? Anyway, but hovering at that 38 horizontal and back above the trend line, that actually looks super sexy. Chrono crossing up. Very nice above 38. And again, as long as Bitcoin's holding that goddamn 60K handle, it's going to be pump mode for all altcoins or most altcoins. Beautiful for Doge above the 14 handle. This looks really good. Let's go to the weekly. We are about to get a weekly open and close above that in a couple of days. It is setting up as a doji type candle, but hey, that is to be expected when it's the first attempt to break out of a range and to a new or break, let's say, hold on, sorry, break into a new range, which would be the 14 to 20 upper 20 handle. STX looking pretty sexy, especially above 230-ish. Looks very good. TrueFi pumping. It's becoming true to its name finally after looking like a punk for a while. Looks very good above the 6 handle. Next target on this is crazy enough, all the way at about 12 cents. XRD is absolute trash. I don't know what this is doing. I do own some of this, and I'm about done with owning it. I'm going to let it ride for probably to the close to the end of the month and see what happens. But I mean, it's why can't this pump? It can't even regain this right here from Tuesday's sell off. So I mean, that is weak sauce, especially with Bitcoin tapping new highs, Ethereum continuing to run. It's pretty lame, XRD. VeChain looks very good above 420. Atom looks very good above about $12. Let's go to the weekly. A lot of resistance here, though, at like 14. So 12 to 14 is kind of the range here, little temporary range. Osmos, I added some Osmos. Oh, that was the other one I added was some Osmos on this little retrace here. After this consolidation, bulls trying to break out, doing a little 618 kind of retrace on this to the 21. So I scaled into some of this, looking for a target of about $2 or so, maybe a little over, depending how hyped up it gets. And TON looks very good above 260. Sexy chart right there. I mean, it's making new highs. Target on this is going to be about 350. And again, this is all banking on Mama Bear staying in the 60,000s. That bitch starts getting into the 50s again, we're going to see some pretty gnarly sell-offs. And since the volatility is so high now in crypto, I mean, we can have intraday swings very easily at this point of, 10 to 20 something percent. And that is very standard. Crypto is volatile as hell, especially when the bulls really start breaking out to the upside. You can get these little flash intraday dumps, kind of like we saw on Tuesday, but it will still be bullish in the overall trend, which is exactly kind of the MO currently. So don't get too scared about that. Matic is still chilling here. I'm actually surprised Polygon is moving so slow. Let's ratchet down to the crack time frame of the daily. Above $1, it does look really good, but it's just really kind of struggling. I was kind of thinking that Matic would get a little bit more pump action, but maybe it's just kind of building a better, slower chart and not getting too hyped up, which is fine too. And next target on this is about $1.42 on that. Of course it is. What other number would it be? And really just needs to hold $1. ES. Oh, one thing. Hold on before I forget. On Bitcoin, I do want to show something on the 458 because I was kind of looking at this candle here today on the daily. Or sorry, on the 458. I was like, that's a little kind of super doji at the top again. And one thing that is definitely happening from February, pretty much the very end of February to now, so over the last 10 days or so, is that we have 3 stabs of negative divergence now, of bearish divergence. We got here to here to here. So is that a huge deal on just a lower time frame? Not a huge deal, but it's something that we definitely need to keep an eye on and very well respect that 60K level, because again, if that does get breached, we could easily flash down into the low 50s for sure, with a little bit of support at 56. So I just saw that little divergence on the lower time frames, and what we want to see for bulls to erase this is make a higher high and bump up back above probably about 44 on DMI or about 85 on RSI to go ahead and negate that. That would be nice, because what we don't want to see is this start to creep into the dailies and then definitely the weeklies. So again, that'll take some time too. So No worries as of yet. Looking sexy. Whoa, gap up and go on ES. Just stretching for our target up here. Look at that. An immediate rejection at 52.50. The voodoo teach cheery leaves work again. Amazing. There we go. Dropping freaking shit. $140 a month now since they raised the price of my internet, and I'm still dropping shit at a gig service. Absolute terrible. Come on, Spectrum. What the shit? Anyway, let's see how this weekly is shaping up. Very beautiful. Interesting. We tapped that, an immediate rejection. So that is confirmation that can't talk here. That 52.50 area is mega resistance. So as long as it's kind of just keeps grinding up this and staying above about 51.5, looks pretty damn sexy, no doubt. Let's see. Wow, NASDAQ gapping up, man. It's party time. Above 18.3 handle is bullish as F, dude. We get this weekly closing up here like this and the rest of today, that'll look really good. Next target on this is crazy, but it's all the way at 19,550. So that's kind of our new range. What would be bearish as hell on this is breaching this 18 flat level. Then I could easily see us dropping probably another 1,000 points. And then we'll have to see how the bulls defend it there. We're not there yet, but that's about the line in the sand for this kind of structure. But right now it looks like it just wants to go back up to moonshot action. Very nice. The Dow gap and go. Let's go, baby. Looks very good above 91. 91, what the hell? 39. I guess I can't read, apparently. Looks very nice there. Let's see here. One sec. Yep. Okay, looks very good above that 39,000 handle. Let's see what the RUT's doing. That's the important one. We really want to see RUT catch up. Yeah, look at this. RUT could not get over 2,100. That's kind of where we really need to see it get over, is that 2,100 level. Other than that, I mean, it still looks very constructive. Nothing too crazy yet, but really need to see that 2,100 level breached. And then the ultimate is that 2,160. After that, we probably will see new highs if we're able to get above that. The trannies, what are they doing? They're still sideways, so that's kind of interesting. Why aren't they participating in the rally? Really want to see them over 16K here to give some tailwinds to the bulls. Wow, look at this. DAX with the vol flash officially printed yesterday at the top of this range. Very interesting. Did NASDAQ print that? No, it actually, no, wait. Which one were we looking at the other day? Maybe it was DAX. Okay, I guess it was DAX. Now, very interesting that printing at the very top of the range. No, it wasn't DAX. It was something else. We're going to see it here in a second because it's one of the things we look at all the time. But this looks very good above here. I mean, the bulls are just, since Halloween, man, you can't stop anything. It just goes up and up and up. It's kind of crazy. VIX, though, look what VIX is still doing, creating this higher high, higher low thing. And look at VVIX creeping in, y'all. Oof. We were talking about this last video, and now it's actually coming more to fruition. Interesting. Look at this, y'all. Is there something coming up on the horizon? I don't know. Very interesting. Earl rejected at that 80. Oh, saved by the oil bell. Because if this starts breaking out, man, inflation's going to suck ass. And then they'll probably hike rates more. And then that'll put headwinds on NASDAQ and techs. And it won't look very good, probably, for the most part. Unless you like sell-offs. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see here. What else do we got? Major support about 76 handle. And you already know 80 on the upper end. Oh, look, it's rolling over. No! Couldn't even get 3 days. That's why I like the number 3. 3 is a magical number in lots of things, not just trading. But we get open and close above the 21. 3 days, man. What the hey? rejected. It looks kind of bearish, especially getting back below 185 or so. Let's see. TNX, man. Yep, there you go. Lose 420 and the rally resumes. Oh, look at that. So you already know that 420 pivot's real. Got above it for a little while. No follow through, not immediate, but rejection eventually. And now we're back below 420. This will be good for bulls as well. Dixie. All right, let's go to gold because holy smokes. Woo! Gold is telling everybody it's fine. This is another thing with VIX, and that's a little kind of concerning. It's like, wait, why is gold breaking out like there's a freaking, you know, crisis problem or something? Why is it? What? Look at this. Open and close in 4 hours. I doubt this bitch is going to give up all that action right there. Very nice move on gold. I mean, this looks bullish as hell above 2100. There's no other way to slice that shit. Target on this is 23 to about 24 and change. So it looks like we might get it here this year. Interesting, though, with VIX and some other stuff that this is breaking out like that. Silver catching up. Looks good. Really want to see this get back over 26. After 26, 32 would be the target on that. Platinum kind of backing off just a tad. Let's go to the daily. Oh, excuse me. It's actually looking pretty good since Wednesday's candle. Really needs to get back above 950, though. Palladium being above 1,000 is very interesting, too. Kind of in that vein, like, what's coming around the corner here? Last time, way back over here when it pumped really hard, it was like right before, the Russia crap. Very interesting, though. Above, this is actually kind of a buy above about 980 to 1,000, roughly. GDX stretching hard. Look at this. Big move. Kind of surprised that GDX is way down in the dumps and gold's at all-time highs. That is very kind of weird. I would expect this to be above, 40 and 33 respectively. 32. But it ain't. So that's a little interesting. And the world markets, everything's awesome. See, up since October, since Halloween, man. It's been moonshotting. Is Nvidia all the way? Oh, Nvidia almost already hit its other target of 1,000. Shut the hell up. Interesting. We're kind of getting these moonshot attempts today and then getting rejected here in the latter part of the day. Interesting. 950. Almost hit it. Is close enough? Yeah, probably. But if it stays above this trend line, that's bullish AF. Losing 830 would be probably get pretty heavy. I could see going to fill this gap on a 830 breach. And don't forget, if we zoom out, there's a giant. Oh, you only can see it on the daily. Sorry. There's a giant gap over here, $100 gap from May. That if bears really got going, this would get filled. And that sounds crazy. I know. You're like, what? No way, dude. It could definitely get filled. First one, though, is this one right here at 600. Amazon, Netflix. What do we got? I'm just going to kind of fly through a couple of these. Yeah, Apple. Man, look at Microsoft still doing this distribution type pattern. This is not a sexy pattern, y'all, especially with the way with the oscillators are set up. I would not hold this until it got back above 412 on that. And what's going on with Apple? Interesting, right? Interesting. It's only NVIDIA. So, little concerning there. All right, let's go to blockchain index, our blockchain index ETF, Delium of Opera. Let's see what it's doing. Woo, new high. No, core is being boring. Most of them kind of just chilling. Coinbase pumping. What's the all-time high on Coinbase? Isn't it around here? 330-ish. Okay, so a little bit of ways, but all right. Other than that, I think that's probably it for today. I'm gonna try to do kind of a faster one. It's a beautiful day over here in Central Texas, so I want to get outside and do some stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I got anything else to add to the stream today. Just, man, getting the follow through, looking lovely. We got total market cap opening, closing above everything. Everything looks pretty damn sexy, no lie. I mean, I don't see any issues with these charts yet. Again, don't let these little volatility spikes, or not vol spikes, but I guess they're from volatility, but don't let this shit scare you. This is what crypto does when it starts pumping really hard. I mean, and you can't be mad about it. It's price discovery and, ebbs and flows of the buyers and sellers. When you start pumping 20, 30, 40%, and then you just have a little, half of that test to give back before it gets bid back up, then that's fine, because you can see all that back up and through here. Look at this. We get pumped, then we dump pretty hard, then we pump some more. I mean, even on weekly candles, you can see this in structure. I mean, a lot of these candles are 10 plus, like pretty much double digits from top to bottom. So the biggest takeaway for me this week is that we do have confirmation that this time it is different. We've made new highs already before the halving, and Doge and meme coins have already pumped really hard, which doesn't happen usually till the latter end of the cycle. So those two things and behaviors are extremely different. So this cycle, it is fair to say, we do have to watch for something a little bit off. And, if something's going to be, I know a lot of people are thinking crazy conspiracy shit and whatever for this year because the election and all that. And there is something that is kind of interesting. If we just keep pumping like this, let's say we go to 80 to 100K before the halving, I would be real concerned that that will turn into a massive sell the news event. Because that's very different behavior, and that seems very hype to me, like way before the halving. I'd much rather have it go sideways through here, like pretty much maybe like mid 50s to mid 60s and just chop. That would actually be the best case scenario, because if this thing just keeps mooning into the halving, dudes, that would be a little bit concerning. And again, we'll be keeping an eye on all this too and seeing little metrics and pi cycle stuff, etc., hash ribbons. We'll keep an eye on all that good stuff for you. So tune in next time on Monday. I'll be signing off here. Much love. I hope you'll have a beautiful weekend and spring break. I know a lot of people get spring break for this next week coming up. So I should be in town for most of it. We might be on a little camping trip for a few days with my kiddo. So I might miss one, possibly two next week. But that just kind of depends. We'll see what's up. But until then, I will see y'all next stream on Monday morning. I hope you'll have a beautiful weekend, an awesome spring break. Happy Friday. This is No Noiz. I am Z-Rex. Peace. Oh, Casey Lewis, you barely missed me, dude. I'll stay on just for you. I was literally about to click the freaking stop stream button. I'm not even kidding. Like, I rolled over to it. It was like my finger was going down. But I'll hang on just for a second if you want to throw your tickers on the in the troll box, man. Hope you're having a great Friday, my friend. Yeah, that's about the closest that it's come right there. Why? Yeah, but I'll keep it open just for a second if you want to post in your tickers. Let's see what kind of moonshots you got on here, because I know you got a couple. I'll just kind of play around a little bit while I wait for that to go through the interwebs in the air. Wow, hood. Man, freaking hood. Well, I got some resistance there. Let's see. Carbon. I kind of want to buy this stock, actually, while I'm waiting for Casey to put some stuff in. Oh, look, it's already kind of... Look, because it went here to the target, now it's basing. I don't like any of this shit, carbon crap or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it is interesting how this giant descending triangle, we hit the measured move and we're coming out of it. It's as a trade... Man, what the hell? Trade-wise, risk to reward-wise, this is actually setting up for a pretty good trade for a retest at the bottom of the descending triangle. So maybe that's something there. ASMLR, AMRSLR, is that like the thing where you listen to sounds? Uh-oh. It's dumping. It's down 4%. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see here. Oh, this weekly's printing a doji, a little indecision there, and after hitting mega DMI on the weekly too. Let's see. I would say it does look good above like 960. Got a little gap way down here, but this thing, now that I'm really looking at the axis over here, this thing is Pump Fest 3000. Interesting. Um, as long as it's above 950, though, it's okay. You got a stop loss at 969. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind that trade, especially with that tight stop loss and being way up here. It's probably good to have a tight one because once it breaches that 9.5-ish area, it's probably going to go test the upper part of this gap. So no, I can get behind that one. That one's not too shabby. Let's see, AER. Woo! Air cap breaking out this week. Look at that. Bullish as hell above 79 handle. Let's see. Let's zoom out. Zoom out some more. Yeah, bullish as F above the 79 handle. Looks very good. So that would be my stop there. 79. You could use 76 if you're a little bit more risque there. And then if we wanted to look at some targets, we probably just could use like 100 on that because we're so close. The 3618 is 90. Oh, so just shy of 100. Somewhere between 85 and 95 would be a good target on this guy. So what do you got on that? Yeah, 92 with 78. Perfect. Perfecto. That's definitely probably going to be my favorite one right there. AOS, just by that setup already, I can tell I likes it. Yeah, this one was good too, but it's already kind of a little bit away from its major structure. About 82 handle is major support on that guy. And then A.O. Smith Corp. Sounds like a movie or something, like a fake corporation. 93 will be the next target on that. So 83, 93 on AOS is probably what I'd look for. Oh, you're doing that's one of your big stretchy ones there, 72. So you're going, oh, yeah, no way I would go all the way down to there. Nah, because once it breaches like 80, 82, it probably is going to that 16%. That's big for Stocklandia. So there's one of those where sometimes I see you do real big swings. For that one, I would take this trade, but I would stop out at about 82. So I would just kind of adjust the ratios, but still have like a 2-to-1 pretty much. So not too bad. AXP, that is American Express, ain't it? Yep, everybody's pumping the Amex, baby. Amex, the ones that will ruthlessly fight for your chargeback. I had a restaurant for 10 plus 10. I can't talk, apparently. I'm not an English major, clearly. 10 plus years, I had a restaurant, and I had people charge back, and the only ones that ever got through, even when I had signed receipts and everything from the customer, was Amex, and they still would take the money out of my account. And I'm like, bro, I sent you signed receipts, dude. And they're like, well, Amex, bitch. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, thanks. Anyway, it looks very good above about the mid 2 teens, so like 215-ish. Let's see here. Yeah, that's why a lot of businesses don't take Amex. People think it's because of the fees, and the fees are marginally higher. And nowadays, it's like pretty much the same. It's mostly because of the chargeback thing. Mega support at 200. So I could see you doing that stretch to like 200 and then maybe looking for like 250s or something like that. What do you got on that? 240. Oh, nope, you're tight on that one. You're high and tight on that one. All right, that's how I would play it. That's how you have it set up, about 210, 215. And then, yeah, I like that one too. That's a good one. Still, though, AER is my favorite so far. Or was it AOS? Sorry. No, it was AER. AER. Broker back. Brooker back Corporation Mountain. Oh, let's see. We got almost nah, I can't buy right here. Not on the first attempt of a all-time high, and we haven't even gotten an open and close yet. So I couldn't buy this one up here, especially on this vertical one. I think I actually said this in the last time you brought this one up. This is too methodical and up. I'd wait for a little bit of a retrace for me. Maybe if you get like upper 80s, that would be pretty good. Mid upper 80s, something like that. And then maybe look for like 100, 110, somewhere in there. What are you kind of thinking? 103 with 87. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you're kind of right in that zone then. Yeah, if you actually, that trade's not too shabby since you're a little higher on your stop loss up here. So I kind of like that one. I could get behind that with those parameters for sure. Conclusion: Granite shares. What? What are you doing over here? Coin? Is this Coinbase long? 2 times Coinbase? Oh, it is? Huh. Wow. Okay. You're in the leveraged. Wow. Look at this bitch. 280%. This bitch is Pump Fest 3000. Connell. They're conning people here. Good support at 42. A little bit lower on the daily, like 40, 42. Really good support there. Big run up that we've already had, and we're kind of struggling to get over the all-time high. I don't think that the risk to reward on this is a little bit difficult. You know, if anything, shorting it might actually be until we get comfortably above 69K. You know, shorting this would be, I think, a better risk to reward since you're kind of right at the top. And generally, when these leveraged funds, shorting them is the better play. Now, it hasn't been out that long. It looks like it just came out September 22. So, of course, in the heat of the bear market. Anyway, though, yeah, I probably wouldn't do this one. But if I had to, I'd probably stop out at about 50, upper 50s. And maybe look for like 90. But it looks like it's already hit most of its extensions. Let's see. Oh no, I stand corrected because this is big swings. Actually, I just noticed that's 40. That's $20 right there. So yeah, about 130 would be the target on that if it kept running. But I think that's a little bit higher risk. What are you looking at? Price target 92, stopping at 54. Yeah, I mean that's not terrible. That's my least favorite one though. Just considering that Bitcoin's struggling under 69K. Now, if Bitcoin breaks out for a few days, like daily open and closes above 69K, then this trade becomes more fruitful. But as we stand now, this is my least favorite one on the list. Kava Group. Let's see. It looks real good above 60. I actually like this one here. It's pretty new though. Restaurants. What restaurants do they operate? Zoe's Kitchen. I knew that place was super corporate. Oh, and that Kava place. Yeah, Zoe's tried to open. I'm in the Austin area. They tried to open here, but they only were open for about 2 years and they closed down. Interesting. I guess they couldn't really make it. Georgi Pernopoulos. Man, that guy is not Greek, is he? Anyway, looks very good above 59, though. Interesting. About like 58. Mega support at 58. And this one will be a little bit tougher to do fib because if we pull it from way back here, it's going to be huge. 84. And if we pull a short one, we're looking at about 70. So probably 75 to 85 could be a target on that. Yeah, okay, you're looking at 78. Very nice. And stopping out at 50. Yeah, actually, that one's pretty solid. I could get behind that trade. I could definitely get behind that one. And now, Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. What the hell? Let's just put a bunch of stuff in there. Canadian Pacific, Kansas City, Southern Mexico, Eastern New York, West Side, California, Limited. Let's see. Looks pretty damn sexy, though, above upper 80s. Wow. It's consolidated for 3 years. Whoa. Yeah, this is actually very bullish above 83 handle. Interesting. We can easily pull fib on this consolidation. Easy peasy. About $100 is the target on that one. So I actually, yeah, you're at 98. Nice. Yeah, that one's pretty solid. This one and Error might be my favorite one, but this one might be the cream of the crop of all of them, especially with this long consolidation. And now we've got even a month plus of price action above all these. Looks very sexy above that low 80, mid 80 handle. So, yeah, that might be my favorite one that you posted. It's either this one or Awesome. Well, I'm glad you caught me, man. I was literally I thought I was even going to hit the button when I saw you say hi there. It's like, oh, shit, don't hit it. It's Mr. Lewis. Yeah, beautiful, though, man. Good shit. Let's see. So let's just double wrap it up. Mama Bear, let's see you get over 69K this weekend. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Let's see here. Ethereum looks so vertical, man. Man, yeah, shit. Just so aggressive. This is, like I said earlier in the stream, this is very different behavior from the previous cycles. So just keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind when we're looking forward. And especially if we make really like super big highs before the halving. Like we're talking 80, 100K, something like that before the halving. That will be mega different behavior. You're very, very welcome, Casey Lewis. Appreciate you dropping by and participating, man. Much love, my friend. And have yourself a great weekend. And also spring break weekend if you're going to go do anything cool. I thought about going to the beach or something, going to the coast in Texas, but after I looked up prices of shit, and then I remembered, I'm like, oh, wait. No way. It's going to be crazy down there. I'm not bringing my son down to if it was just me, yeah, maybe. But not with the kiddos. It's going to be too much headaches and drunk people everywhere and kids screaming and shit. And not kids like my kid, but teenager and young 20s kids. Which can be fun, but not when you got your kiddo. It's a little different when you become dad mode. Anyway, guys, Bitcoin, get your shit going. Let's keep just the party rocking. Let's see some lower time frame candles though above 69K. Like literally, like I said at the beginning of the stream, we had a 5-minute candle, I guess, would be right here. We had a 5-minute candle above it. That's it. Now, is that gonna? We finally got to open and close 5 minutes. Is that gonna creep up into the hour and 3 hour and something else? And maybe, but not even able to stay above 69K for more than 5 minutes on each attempt. That's a little weak sauce. Come on, get your shit together, Bulls. No, it's all good though. It's the first time, man. They get a pass. Now, if they can't do it all through next week and definitely the week after, and we just keep hanging out below it, what the hell? Then we can talk some shit. Until then, though, much love. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. For the second time, this is No Noiz. I am Z-Rex. For real. Peace. This time. Y'all take care.